Everyone is making content these days. This is crazy. We're on a phone, we go on a trip, and we're documenting every single moment of our life, sharing that with everyone else to see. For example, you go on a trip, they see something cool, you want other people to watch it, or there was just the way we consume content. We just have all FOMO, but I feel like they need a reverse term of like when you have the FOMO of not sharing what's happening in your life. We need a term for that. I don't know. Not fear of missing out, but fear of not capturing. For not? No, this doesn't make sense. You need something better than this one right now. So recently, HubSpot blog research team ran a study and found that 30% of 18 to 24 years old and 40% of 25 to 34 years old call themselves content creators. When asked how many followers most of these content creators had, 84% reported less than 10,000 and 39% reported less than 1,000. So the question is anyone who create content a content creator? Content creator is defined as someone who produces entertaining or educational material that caters to interests and challenges of a target audience. Then, we may wonder that maybe everyone should be considered a content creator. Nike founder Bill Bowerman, I think that's how you say his name, Neil Bowerman. They try to say that real fast. So Nike founder Nick Bauman once said that if you have a body, you are an athlete. So the question is, if you have a phone, are you a content creator? Now that we all have a phone in our pocket, and that we pretty much believe that we all are photographers now because the camera do 99% of the work for us and everything is on auto. You don't really have to, think about aperture, zoom, anything of the sort. We all feel like we are now creator and content creator. So are we all content creator? Well, if you have a social profile, I don't know, because there's some people like this guy, well, so not so fast. Everyone might not be a content creator yet, but I'm here to tell you that I believe that in the future, everybody will be a content creator, especially when we carry this device in our pocket. So in today's video, I want to share with you guys my 6 reasons why I believe that everyone will become a content creator. So number 1, selfie cameras. So in February 1998, the first front-facing camera on a handheld device was, believe it or not, the Game Boy camera. I don't know if you guys remember that one. I remember because, that was around that time when I used to be a huge fan of Pokemon and playing all the versions, remember, Red, Ruby, whatever it's called. And so that camera back then was 0.01 megapixel, and the iPhone today is 12 megapixel. We've done a huge leap from then and there. But so one of the main reasons why I believe that's the case, that everyone's going to become a content creator, is because we all now have a selfie camera. We have the opportunity to document what we're doing, what we want to share with people, what we want to teach with others. And that's one of the reasons why we're seeing more content out there and more platform encouraging people to create content to share with everybody. If you think about how marketers and brands are thinking, right? They want to target to a specific audience. And then when you're creating content, there's always an audience out there that will be interested in watching that content. This is why, you have random people going viral all the time, because these guys are making content for someone new, for someone that might be interested in watching that. I cannot even remember how the word was before the selfie camera. Like this, when I try to think about it, I'm like, what were you doing before the selfie camera? How were we taking picture? It's not like we're going like I don't even remember if we're doing that, to be honest. I feel like anytime I needed to take a picture or document a moment, I had to hand over my phone to someone or my camera to someone and to document that moment for me. I wasn't even thinking about a tripod back then. I wasn't even into camera. But I feel like now, because we have a camera in our pocket, you know what photographers like to say, right? They say that the best camera is what you have in your pocket. So now that we have that in our pocket, we're able to make content on the go, anytime, anywhere we want. And that's one of the reasons why I believe that everyone's going to become a content creator. Because anyone now has billions and billions and billions of content in their cell phone. And that's unbelievable. So we are already creating more content than any generation before us. Think about it for a second. How many pictures you have in your phone? How many videos you've captured? How many moments you've documented? That's content creation in a sense. The number 2 reason I believe everyone is going to become a content creator is, YouTube. Nowadays, anytime we're stuck with something, the first thing we think about is to Googling that thing. And sometimes when we say Googling, by default, we also sometimes mean YouTube. For example, I remember when I got my motorcycle for the first time, and I don't recommend anyone to do that, but this is what happened to me in that scenario. So when I bought my motorcycle, I didn't know how to ride a motorcycle. So I asked my friend to drove the motorcycle to my place, in a sense. I had my license for driving a motorcycle before I actually knew how to ride a motorcycle. So you might wonder, where did I learn? Because I didn't do the driving test. I just did the license that allowed me to learn, the code for driving on the road. And the way I learned how to ride a motorcycle was on YouTube. So my friend drove the motorcycle to my parking lot, but then he parked on the wrong parking spot. And I had to move that motorcycle before I got a ticket. So I went on YouTube and I quickly learned how to change gear on a motorcycle, how to start it, how to change gear, how to ride it. And then after about, 15 to 20, 30 minutes of watching the video, I head over to the parking lot. I started my motorcycle, changed the gear, with the legs and so on. And I just moved my bike. And that's how, this is it. This is how I learned how to drive a motorcycle, literally. I know, I don't recommend that to anyone. But yeah, on YouTube, you have access to billions and billions and billions of content from people sharing how to make different things. If you want to fix your door, if you want to fix something in your house, the first thing you do is how to do it on YouTube. If you want to know how your camera work, you search it on YouTube. And those people out there that are creating this content, sometimes doesn't even consider themselves content creator. All they're doing is sharing value with other people. And that's what content creators do. Content creators share value with others, right? If you've learned something and you want to share that knowledge with someone else, you're creating valuable content for that person. Those content I call educational content. So you are sharing those value. And a lot of time people are doing that not even with the idea of becoming a big YouTuber, of reaching 1 million followers. All they care about is just sharing, because they realize that, I know how to do that. That can help someone else, and they create that content for other people. And I believe that we're going to see that more and more and more, because like I was saying, with the selfie camera, the ability for people to carry a camera on their phone all the time and record themselves and record what they're doing, we're going to get more content on YouTube that teach people how to do various things. More people sharing how to build stuff, sharing their experiences, sharing their travel. I've started to see more and more people, for example, sharing their trip on YouTube. There's a lot of people that have travel channel without being real travel YouTuber. So we're going to see that more and more on YouTube. And I believe that YouTube is the number 2 reason why we're going to see more content creator and why everyone's going to become a content creator. The number 3 reason is, of course, the rise of social media. And then in some context, we should put YouTube into that category, but I'm not. Because when I'm saying the rise of social media, I'm talking about, the rise of people being able to share things on platforms such as Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and so on. I'm talking about Instagram stories. So you see how, for example, Instagram stories has completely changed the game. And then let's just, put credit where credit is due. Snapchat came up with stories and everybody else copied that concept, including Instagram, which became Instagram Reel. And that was an incredible way for people to share their moment. And I believe that one of the precursor of Instagram stories is tweeting, because you were tweeting what were you doing right now, but in writing. And now stories gave us the ability to document what's happening in our moment right now and share those updates with people in a visual way. And that's incredible. And I think that the age of stories, is how I would call it, is another factor that would encourage people to become content creator over time, because now you have a lot of kids that are growing in an environment where they are used to share content all the time. Like when I was growing up, there were not such concept of me filming myself all the time, getting comfortable on camera. But when you are filming every single day, you are doing like hours and hours of yourself, like getting comfortable on the camera, filming yourself. And I've talked in a previous video about, the 10,000 rules that was introduced by Malcolm Gladwell in his book Outlier. Well, by doing that, you are literally doing the 10,000 rules of getting better at filming yourself and documenting your moment, because you're always doing that on your phone through stories when you're sharing things with family or friends. So you are getting better at becoming a content creator without even noticing it. It's also one of the reasons why I believe that everyone will be a content creator. So number 4, and I believe that could also have been into the rise of social media, is the rise of TikTok and short videos. Being a content creator used to mean you had a super large following and created original content that would consistently go viral to large audience. Then we started having micro and nano influencer, which lowered the barrier to entry. So there's no particular follower count necessary anymore. And in terms of content type or quality, there's an audience for every niche and ability, because the more people are able to create content, well, the more niche you have, and then you're gonna have different type of quality, and then people are comfortable with different level of quality overall. And what I found that TikTok and short video have done is that they have lowered the bar for the quality bar for creating content. So more people are more and more comfortable of shooting and posting it on social media than they used to before. Because I mean, on YouTube, sometimes it feels like it's a quality game. You feel like you can only post a certain type of video on YouTube if you reach a certain level of quality, and you want to just like shoot and post on YouTube without preparing your content, thinking about how it's going to be on the platform, thinking about the thumbnail. But on TikTok, you can just shoot and post, and that's really, really incredible. And I think that with that, more and more people are going to become content creator. Number 5 is video interview, which I believe were made more popular during the COVID pandemic, which is in a sense still happening. But well, we're just gonna say during the COVID pandemic, because remember, we're making perennial content so that people can watch it later. So yeah, so during COVID, more and more companies decided to utilize video interviews in order to interview their employees. And that has made more and more people getting even more comfortable submitting content online. So I know already that a lot of actors out there are very comfortable submitting self-tape all the time. But during COVID, if you lost your job during that pandemic and you wanted to apply to a new job, some jobs were requiring you to submit a video. And that was like sending the self-tape for the first time for a lot of people out there. It's kind of like self-tape in a sense of video interviews. But that has made even more people comfortable with doing that. And the more we are making more people comfortable with being on camera, the more this is going to become a norm in a society. And I believe that because, like I was saying earlier, there's already a lot of kids getting comfortable with being on camera, which is going to raise the bar in the future. And then some companies maybe might require that some people have good on-camera presence before getting a job. Or they might require that you are good at creating content, because they might require that you can create content for their companies. So that could become a requirement over time as this is becoming more and more comfortable. As an example, in the past, being able to use a computer was not a requirement. You know, now today it's almost natural. People just assume that you have to be good at working with a computer. They just assume that you know how to use a computer. In the same sense, I believe that because we're getting so comfortable at making content with our mobile devices, it's almost going to become something natural that people are just going to expect. They're just going to expect that you should be good at taking picture, good at documenting your moment, good at telling stories, and good at being a content creator. And finally, my last argument why I believe everyone will become a content creator is online learning and the rise of short form learning. For you guys out there that are already familiar with TikTok, you probably know TikTok Learn, where people are sharing short form videos of themselves where they are teaching something. I'm very familiar with that one because I also have a TikTok that you guys can check right here, and I'm making short form educational content where I'm teaching people things that I've learned in 1 minute or less. So go check this out if you guys haven't subscribed yet. Subscribe to my TikTok right here. So as there will be more content creator creating content on YouTube to teach people how to do things, we're going to see more short form videos on TikTok where we'll see more people teaching us how to do things on TikTok in a short form. And now with YouTube Short as well, because that has removed the barrier of quality of creating that content. So now people can just shoot with their phone and edit directly with their device. Like before that, in order to post on YouTube, you needed to be a good editor. You need to understand how to use an editing software. But TikTok, what it has done, it has lowered the bar for people for editing content because it's making it relatively easy for everyone to edit a content directly from their phone. And because of that, I also believe that more people are going to be more comfortable editing content and tutorials directly from their phone. And I believe that the rise of TikTok Learn is another reason why everyone will become a content creator over time. We are already seeing a lot of content on platforms such as Udemy, Skillshare, Teachable, and Brightrip that is actually created by Johnny Harris, a platform that just focuses on sharing educational content in the travel niche. And with the advance of online learning and the rise of short form learning, we're going to see even more platforms like this one where people are going to share more of a niche content in the education niche. So since 2020, 98% of university moved classes online. And prior to this, 19.5% of undergraduate took at least one online courses. And as of 2020, it is believed that 98% of corporate learning will take place online. People are just getting more and more comfortable creating content online, and then at learning online, and then there'll be more and more people that will be comfortable at making content for that audience. This is it, guys. This is my 6 main reason why I believe that everyone will become a content creator. So are you guys already considering yourself a content creator like we were talking about at the beginning of this video? Maybe. But anyways, hold on, wait a second, guys. YouTube is telling me that 96.7% of you guys are currently not subscribed to my YouTube channel. So don't forget to hit subscribe, and don't forget to smash the like button, because that helps the algorithm recommending more content like this one to other people like you. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching today's video, and if you guys want to watch more video like this one, make sure to check this one. This is how I stay focused. This is a video that I made recently about how I stay focused, with all the different things that I do. So if you're someone like me that have multiple passion, have some trouble focusing, and you need to figure this out, then check this one. This is how I figured this out. Alright. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace!